we finally have something good to talk about, and I'm finally once again making another video on this particular series. And you are right. Blue Lock Season 2. We finally have something that looks pretty cool, that looks pretty nice. And well, I will not miss out the chance to actually make a video about it because this episode is pretty great. It's pretty nice looking, it's pretty fun to watch. So yeah, hey guys, and welcome back to another brand new Blue Lock video, and we finally have the goal of Shido Yusei. And I'll be talking about this particular episode. I mean, it has its own moments, so there are some few stuff that I would like to mention in this particular video. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. Alright, so as what I've mentioned earlier, this episode has some stuff that I would like to actually mention or talk about. So from the top of my head, I can only pretty much remember two scenes that are actually, well, you could say standed out the most in terms of how well good looking or how well animated those particular scenes actually were presented. So the first one is the Chigiri's running. That one particular part of him running, finally not just a still frame moving, Chigiri is actually running, like for real, his hand is moving, his body is moving, he is actually animated. Yes, he is running and he is actually animated, and that particular scene with how intense the way he is running towards Shido actually made a lot of sense to put a lot of smears on it, and it actually looks very well animated and well, pretty much looks great. I do think this particular scene has a higher priority since it is pretty much, I'm pretty sure, Chigiri's last run in the U20 match. So I do think the very much high quality type of running animation, well, I mean, it's pretty much decent, but well, it is pretty high quality for Blue Lock standards, so yeah, you understand me. But yes, Chigiri's running scene looks really good in terms of how it actually were executed, and I really like the smears, I really like the speed, like looks good as well. This particular running scene looks really good. It actually has a lot of impact. It definitely looks much better than the other like running scene in this particular season, because this season is just like what in the world. But yeah, you understand me. The running scene looks very good and I really like it. Now to the main part of this particular episode, which is Yusei Shido's goal. And I would like to say that this has to be one of the most creative shot in season 2 so far, or in the U20 match so far, where it's basically a slow-mo rotation, and in a way slow-mo shot in anime is kind of hard to execute, and the way they are presenting this particular goal by Shido, I do think it's a very well executed slow-mo rotation shot that actually looks very nice. The color grading, the special effects that has been used were perfectly placed. With the combination of the rotation shot by Shido himself, this definitely looks incredible. This looks great, and in terms of how it actually will look, like generally, I do still think this looks pretty great. It looks pretty cool and it is pretty creative. This has to be one of the best adapted goal in season 2 so far, since the last few goal has pretty much just still frames here and there. But thankfully, we got a pretty nice looking shot, pretty creative shot from them. There are some few moments that looks pretty great. I personally think that they presented it well, which is Aiku's defense against Isagi. That looks pretty great. Veil's copy-paste chameleon type of stuff, that looks pretty great as well. All those things are just still frames here and there, but yeah, it is what it is. I would also like to mention here is Akaza's move, I guess. That looks very nice. I really like the color surrounding it. I really like the coldness of this particular scene. It's just, it looks great. But as what I can say so far, U20 has been pretty much an type of stuff, but I do enjoy the content that has been shown. So yes, I am still going to be looking forward to the animation or the content of Blue Lock Season 2, even though it is not really the best, it is not really the best anime and animation wise, but I do still enjoy the match. I do still enjoy how everything is going, even though the animation is not really the best. But again, I am not watching anime just because of the animation. I would like to also enjoy the content, would like to also enjoy the story, even if the animation is bad. Talking about bad animation, let's talk about the not very good looking scenes of this particular episode. Even though it's not really that distracting, but there are some few CGI scenes from the actual episode itself that looks pretty jarring, that looks pretty not good, not really eye pleasing, but it's not a really big deal compared to how good some of the scenes in this particular episode looks like. It's just the way that they move for the CGI model. I'm not even sure, they look unfinished, they look not really fully rendered. So I think it's just that I don't really like how the model looks like, or how the model actually looks like they're not finished, they haven't been finished rendering, and the way they are moving are just too wanky. But yeah, those are just like some minor complaint from this particular episode, because the usage of CGI isn't really that major for this particular episode compared to like the other few episodes. But yeah, still the usage of CGI looks pretty jarring, but doesn't really have, I'm not really that annoyed by it. It's just pretty funny. So yeah. So far, I don't think the animation in Blue Lock Season 2 is unbearable. I can still watch it. It's not really that bad. It's just that it is not good. So yeah. Apparently the final episode will be a combination of the second to last and the final episode, basically an hour episode long of the last part of this particular season. I'm not sure either this Blue Lock Season 2 is going to be a 2-core or another season going to be appearing whatsoever. But personally saying, I do think it's going to be a 2-core type of anime, because I don't think they're just going to be ending it in like what, episode 12, episode 13. My bad. After checking the entirety of the information related to Blue Lock Season 2, it seems like there's only going to be 14 episodes for this particular season, which I am guessing it's going to be ending right when the U20 match actually ends. Hopefully they are actually saving some few talents, some few actually good looking shots, like Shido's goal in the final few episodes, so that we can actually feel, oh, this looks great, this looks incredible. I really hope in the last few episodes they will actually show us something more impressive, more incredible than what we got from the last few episodes. And yeah, those are basically it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do let me know what you guys think about this particular episode. In my personal opinion, I do think this is pretty much one of the best episodes of Blue Lock Season 2 due to how amazing those scene looks like, and due to how great the content of this particular episode is. We got Reo, we got Hiyori finally stepping in the field playing the match. I am looking forward to see what else will happen in the future episode, and since it's almost the end of U20, let's just watch, let's just hope for the best. Let's hope we will be shocked by how amazing some scenes will look like in the final few episodes. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys in the next Blue Lock video. Goodbye.